coming to you from my basement, and even have a different microphone I'm using. I got this kind of classic looking one made by Pile. So it looks like the old, microphones that crooners used to use back in the day. They'd sing into with the metal cage around it and all that jazz. So pretty cool stuff, actually. This one's red, so it adds a little color to my area. But I like it. I think it's pretty cool. Let's see. What's going on that's good right now in my life? Well, quite a bit, actually. It was a long weekend. The big reason being that it was court warming. And in addition, it was also a big volleyball tournament on Sunday. So we couldn't go with the rest of the team on Saturday and then stay the night in a hotel. It was about 2.5 hours away, something like that. We couldn't go and stay in the hotel with the team and everything because, Audrey was going to court warming. So she was out. I picked her up about 10:30 p.m. on Saturday night, came home. Everybody went to bed. And then at 4 a.m., we got up and started driving because she had to be on the floor by 7:30 a.m. Their first game was at 8 a.m. So, yeah, pretty crazy. Very long day. We didn't leave there until, maybe 5:30, maybe 6. So we didn't get home till pretty late, 8:30. Actually, yeah, about 8:30 or 9, somewhere in there. But yeah, man, we were exhausted. Now, we did put up we have one of those camping mattresses and everything, and Audrey slept on the way down there and somewhat on the way back. Actually, April's a morning person, so she drove on the way there. And then I drove on the way back. That's kind of how we typically do it. So it was okay, but yeah, it was, it was a long day. The good news is, with my new job, I had off on President's Day, so that was really awesome. I did run a ton of errands and got a lot of stuff done, but yeah, it was still a day off after that, which was a rough day. But that was good. It was good, and it was good to have the ability to have the next day off. And, Audrey played setter, and she did really good. As a matter of fact, there was a woman sitting next to me who had coached over 20 years, coached volleyball. And she asked me, who is that girl sitting there? And I said, oh, that's my daughter. Her name's Audrey. And she goes, wow, does she always play setter? I'm like, no. She usually plays middle because she's kind of tall. And she goes, well, she's really good at setting. She's got really good soft hands, and that's exactly what you need. So that was kind of cool, and I made sure to pass that on to Audrey, just to make her feel a little bit better about the whole thing, because it was her first time, Yeah, she made a couple mistakes, but yeah, it was her first time starting as a setter, and playing all around. So she did a little bit of that as well. But yeah, it was a good tournament. She definitely showed some of the stuff she's made of, and that was pretty great. No real exciting videos and everything like last time because she wasn't up there killing the ball, hitting the kills to the other teams. She was actually, or blocking. She can't even block. When you're a starting setter, you're in the back row. Now you can come up to the front and set, but you cannot jump up off the ground and block or hit. You have to, kind of wild. I had no idea. But anyway, yeah, that was good. That was a good day. My son is doing good with practicing driving. He actually had a doctor's appointment yesterday, a vision appointment, and went and got his prescription, which is exactly the same as last year, which is awesome. And then he drove home from there, and that was up in, probably about 20 minutes away or so. So there would be highway driving, which was, first time he'd ever done that. First time he'd ever gone 65 miles an hour. But he did good. He did really good. He cut one turn pretty close, kind of weird. But, those are things we all do when we're trying to drive for the first times, Anyway, so there's a lot of good things going on in my life, and hey, we're less than 2 weeks away, really, from April and I getting away to the yurt. So that's very exciting as well. That'll be a fun, longer, extended weekend for us, and we're really looking forward to that. So there are a lot of good stuff going on. I've almost completely finished everything as far as my work area in the basement, which is great. So that's really nice, and I'm happy to see that that's all coming together, because it's definitely a pleasure to work here now. Whereas it really wasn't before. It wasn't just the job. It was kind of the area. So got it kind of shaped up a little bit, got my stuff in order, and got my desk area. Did get a Thunderbolt 4 dock, for this MacBook Pro. So yeah, pretty crazy. I want to hook up this hard drive via USB-C, but just to see if it's any faster. But it's definitely faster anyway, just connected to the deal. But I want to go through USB-C because that should be even quicker. But yeah, everything's going really well. Job's going great. Everything's going good. So we just kicked off our social networking stuff with AKC Education Department. So I will put some links to that stuff in the notes as well. All right, guys. I'm going to throw it over to Kyle, and then I'll be right back and talk about some things that I'm into. Hey, Kyle. All right. So what am I into right now? Well, let's see. As far as music goes, I did come across this weekend. I happened to go Saturday and went over to Seventh Heaven, favorite record store. Oh, they released the list too for Record Store Day. I'll tell you about that in a moment. But I went over there and I wasn't really looking for anything. It just is kind of therapeutic for me to go dig through records. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I don't always find something, but I did come across. I was looking around through some of the new ones. I prefer to buy old or used records if I can, but I'm not opposed to new ones. Sometimes they sound great. So I was kind of looking around in the new area, and I looked up and I see this deluxe edition of Check Your Head, Beastie Boys album. And I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. So I kind of took it down and looked at it and everything. Freaking $170 some. I was like, what? 4 LPs in there, which I think it would be a double LP anyway, is what I was thinking. So it's just 2 extra ones, which have some outtakes and stuff like that, interviews, stuff I'm really not interested in, to be honest with you. I'm interested in the album. Anyway, I put it back up and kind of kept looking through other stuff, and I came across the actual reprint of the album. So pretty happy I finally added that one to my collection. There may be one more, maybe 2 more records by them that I would be interested in getting, but now I have the first 3, and then I have the I'm not interested in not licensed to ill. Is that what it is? Ill Communication. I'm not really interested in that one all that much. I didn't care for that one very much. I don't know. I need to listen to it again. I might really like it. Like it now. I know Keith Baird's favorite record is Check Your Head, which is the one I got this weekend. And boy, I tell you, upon listening to it again, it's amazing. I think I just kind of forgot how great it is. And then another thing that's coming in today is another album I've been looking for a long time, is The Cult Electric. That's I believe their second or third album. It's their third studio album, Electric. It's the one with, let's see, I believe Little Devil's on it, and Love Removal Machine. It's just one of my very favorite records. Is Peace Dog on there? It might be, but I'm very excited about it. But you can't find it anywhere. I saw it one time at Seventh Heaven, but they kind of wanted an exorbitant amount for it, and it was a classic copy. So I was looking around, and I saw on Amazon that there was a version coming out called Peace Electric, and what that is they had originally recorded the album Electric, and then it kind of got kicked back by the producers and everything, and some of the band as well. And then they went back and re-recorded it, and that's what was released. So there's a whole other album they never released called Peace Electric, and what this is that's coming today is that and the final version of Electric, which is amazing. So I'm excited to listen to the version previously, and I'm excited to crank the version I know and love. That's pretty exciting. Let's see. So I was going to talk to you guys a little bit about the Record Store Day releases. Yeah, there's some stuff on there I'm definitely interested in. You know, I don't know what's going on with me, but I have had kind of a hankering lately to listen to some Van Hagar. I don't know if you know what that means, but Van Halen, when David Lee Roth quit and left the band, or they kicked him out, or whatever the hell happened, doesn't matter. He was gone. They got Sammy Hagar to be their lead singer for their first album, which was 5150. And I remember when that record came out because in the town that I was in, you just went right across the river into Missouri and into North Kansas City, Missouri. And, you know, there was all your record stores and stuff like that. They didn't have a lot of, we had one record store later in my hometown of Leavenworth, but not at the beginning. Okay, so sorry about that. I had to take a quick break. But yeah, I've just been really interested in listening to Van Hagar stuff again. I did get a chance to listen a couple times to 5150 over the last weekend, and I like it, you know. So one of the albums that I saw immediately on the upcoming list for April 22nd, the Record Store Day, is Van Halen Right Here, Right Now, Live. And what that is that's the first live album that Van Halen put out with Sammy Hagar as the lead singer. I remember this. I think I had this on CD. But the cool thing about it is he does some other songs on there that were obviously before he came on board. And so he does Ain't Talking About Love. He does a really good job of that one. I remember that one specifically. And then, of course, live versions of you know, songs from their first couple albums, maybe 3, maybe 4 together. I don't know. But anyway, that one's exciting. I saw that one. The big one I saw was RZA as Bobby Digital in stereo. So RZA as Bobby Digital in stereo. That's the first Bobby Digital record. I love that one. I have it on CD, and yeah, it's my fave. I've been bummed out. I've not been able to find it, but it just wasn't out there. It was probably only on CDs and stuff. So, yeah. And then Queensryche, Operation Mindcrime 2 is pretty solid as well. You know, I think it's an interesting idea. I'm not super into that album. I need to go back and listen to it again because I remember when it came out. It came out a long time after Operation Mindcrime, by the way. I want to say, gosh, maybe not quite 20 years. Pretty close, though. And I remember listening to it. It's okay. It's okay. So I don't know. I'll listen to it again and see if I really dig it that much. If I do, maybe I'll score that one. Porcupine Tree has a kind of a set coming out. It's In Absentia. Is it Dream Wings or Death Wings? I can't remember. And then a third album, I can't remember. But I know In Absentia and Dead Wings, I think maybe. I know those two, but I love Porcupine Tree. If you don't know those guys, go check them out. I'll put a link in the notes of some stuff I like by them. And then PM Dawn, the Bliss album. I don't know if you're familiar with PM Dawn, but they're pretty crazy. You know, they were one of those groups that came out in the mid to late 80s that it kind of didn't really fit in a category. Me Fi Me was another one. So MEPHIME, Me Fi Me. I have that on CD, but I love that one. And I love the first PM Dawn album, which had Set Adrift on Memory Bliss. That's a great song. This one I don't really remember, so I need to go listen to it also. But I do like their music, so that one might be really interesting as well. Yeah, that's it, guys. That's all I got is music. That's a lot. I haven't even started talking about anything else yet. All right, what am I watching lately? What am I into there? Well, they dropped a couple Kath and Kim specials, kind of 2 episodes of it. They're a little long. We watched the first one last night, and it was great. It's kind of a retrospective deal that covers some of the best deals skits ever. But then in addition, it has them in character and stuff doing stuff now also. The little talk that Kath and Kim would have on the back patio, that kind of stuff is in there. And there's a few other things as well. But nonetheless, it's more Kath and Kim, which is something that my wife and I can always go for. No doubt. Yeah, outside of that, nothing really. I mean, there's Infinity Pool I kind of want to see, which looks like a real weird one. But, you know, like father, like son on that deal. If you don't know, that's David Cronenberg's son. This is his 3rd film, so it looks strange. Yeah. And then that's about it. I can't really think of much else that I'm really like, you know, we're really into watching those YouTube videos about people camping too. I don't know if I've talked to you guys about that yet, but I got to remember to put a note or a link in here for it. They're pretty wild stuff. Like these people are like, they're like the James Bond of camping. They have every little it's not sneaky, but trick of the trade and every little tool possible to camp. It's pretty slick. I'll be honest with you. We really like watching it. And they camp in these crazy cold weather, but I don't know. You'll have to look at one of these and see what you think. They're not super short. They're kind of long, but they're very soothing to watch. All right, moving on. What am I reading right now? Really not much. I do need to. I talked about Green Hell Part 2 or Issue 2. Need to read that. Swamp Thing. And what else was I saying about that? Oh, I need to finish up Something's Killing the Children. I need to finish up that 5th book also. That's really good as well. Let's see. What about gaming? I did play some more Persona Golden 4. Got past the next boss, which was great. It's a cool game. It's weird. I think what it is it is a little repetitive, but it's masterfully kept from appearing as though it's repetitive and boring. It's very well covered up to make it look like it's continuing to be constantly interesting, but it's pretty repetitive. But I dig it just the same. It's a cool game, and I played a little bit of that yesterday. So I got down here and played maybe about an hour and a half. So that's kind of fun. Let's see. That's about it for video games. You know, I'm threatening to buy more, but I don't need any. And then podcasts. You know, same old thing. I think I told you guys that I Survived is back. I really, really, really like that podcast, which isn't a big surprise because I love the TV show. You know, look, I don't feel great about liking to hear about these horrible things that have happened to people. But it's interesting. It is interesting to me. And sometimes they explain this too. Sometimes the results of some of these horrifying occurrences are beautiful, and people are brought to a different echelon of being a human being afterwards. And that is a positive. You know, bad things are going to happen in life. Yeah. Humans inflicting pain and suffering and stuff on other humans is ridiculous. But it's been going on forever. We know it exists. If that is going to happen, something horrifying is going to happen, I think it's pretty great to listen to how someone can turn that around into a positive in their life and make themselves a better person. And there are stories of that in here. So, great podcast. And then, of course, you know, Hell and Gone, still listening to that one as well. I think I'm on season 3 with my Treese missing. is the name of the woman from, I believe it's around L.A., Malibu. I think she was at a restaurant, Joffrey's, and then she just went missing after that. It seems like she was having some sort of mental breakdown or some serious mental issues at the time. I don't know. I'll listen on, but it's a good story too. That is about it, guys. I really don't have anything else to talk about right now. I'm hoping this microphone sounds as good as it sounds to me right now. I do need to go in and do a little noise removal because I can hear a lot of, hopefully you guys won't hear any of that by the time I'm done with it. But it makes my voice sound great. I mean, it's got a nice bass to it and it's clear. So hoping you're liking it because this is where I'll be doing a lot of the episodes, I'm hoping, in the near future. So thank you guys for listening. I really appreciate it. It was a pretty nice weekend. I know yesterday was really nice, actually. It looks like around tomorrow or so we might start getting some inclement weather and stuff, but then I'm hoping it'll warm up again by next weekend. We haven't even started doing much as far as the lawn goes, but, it's in that state of needing to be repaired here shortly. So we'll be working on it real soon. So if you're around in my area, get off my lawn.